Alright, what's going on everybody? This is Sir Kirby, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. This is going to be probably a bit of a strange episode since I, haven't played the game in like 2 weeks. But that's what happens when you record everything all at once for one chapter and then stuff goes on and then you can't edit it for a while. But with that said, last time we met up with Canegus, the Galleon King, among other things. And this time we're starting up Chapter 10, Prisoner Release. It's still called Prisoner Release. Hey Ike, I heard you're leaving. Going to Benyon, eh? Hello Ranulph, I was hoping I'd see you. I wanted to thank you for everything you've done. I'm glad to have the chance before I leave. Well, aren't you the dutiful one? Hey, that reminds me. You were born here in Gallia, right? I knew there was something odd about you. You're awfully friendly for a Bjork, you know. Now, you might not know, but a Bjork is what... I know what it means. It's what you call us humans, right? Oh, knew that, did you? Well then, let me tell you something else. When we use the word human, we mean it very much the same way you Bjork do when you call us subhuman. Really, it's an insult to be called human. Glad you told me, I would have never guessed. Should warn you, if you run across any Lagoos who call you that, be careful. They are no friend of yours. Got it, thanks. I won't forget. But I've digressed long enough. Let me explain why I'm here. Huh? Princess Silencia, may I have a moment of your time? Yes, of course. The king asked that I give you this. Please, accept it as a gift. What? May I ask? Within that leather pouch is 20,000 gold pieces. Bjork currency, of course. Oh. I truly appreciate this generous offer, but a gift of this magnitude is not something I can accept. King Canegus has done so much more than necessary already. The king is ashamed that he cannot, at this time, provide any personal support. Please, will you accept his apology and acknowledge his desire to aid you? But, no? Well then, let's try this. Yes? You accept the king's gift. Then, as payment for conducting you safely to Gallia, you hand it over to Ike. Come on, Ranulph, you can't expect her to accept this. It's an outrageous fee, no matter how you look at it. 20,000 gold for the life of a princess? Perfectly reasonable. In fact, it almost borders on insulting. Consider how you suffered, the lives you've lost. 10, no, 100 times this amount would not be unreasonable. I have reconsidered. I will accept the king's kindness. In turn, I will present it to my Lord Ike. You will accept it, will you not? I will, thank you. No, my Lord Ike, it is I who must thank you. We got 20,000 gold! We have money now! Well, now that's settled, let's move on. Unfortunately, we do not have any ships here in Gallia. If you are to find a ship that will take you to Benyon, you must return to occupied Crimea. If there's no other way, then we'll just have to risk it. No matter how cautiously you proceed, you're certain to run into Dayan forces. Keep that in mind. I understand. It's too bad we're so short on soldiers. Still, there's not much we can do about that now. However, I will review our supplies carefully before we depart. Ugh, English is hard. In regard to your personnel problems, the king has decided to lend you what aid he can. Leif, Mordecai. I will join you. Mordecai and Leif, both of you, are you sure? None of the others could stand the idea of traveling with humans. Should warn you, if you run across any Lagoos who call you that, be careful. They are no friend of yours. I myself tremble with loathing at the thought of going to Benyon, but when the king gives an order, obedience is the only option. That may be, but having witnessed the combat prowess of the Galleons for myself, I know how fortunate we are. We will not fail you. No intention of becoming friends. Do not forget that, and stay out of my way. Ha! You must forgive Leif, her tongue cuts as deep as her claws do. I will return once I've reported to the king. While I'm gone, please finish your preparations for departure. Very well. Ike, here's a summary of our last battle, yada yada. So we got 20,000 gold. We spent nothing, so we have 20,000 gold. Hell yeah. MVP was Rolf, and nobody died. There were no casualties, and no one suffered permanent injury. We fought excellently. That's all I have to report, if you'll excuse me. Alright, so after doing this a couple of times, I've realized that I'm probably just going to end up keeping all of this in the videos. So, info. Soldier. You there. Bjork, what do you think you're doing? I was trying to get back to my room, but I've lost my way. Can you tell me which way I need to go? It's this way. Follow me. Hey, not so close. Walk behind me. What? Pardon me. The king has ordered us to treat Bjork with kindness, but it will take some time. It is difficult to fight that instinct. Perhaps some memory of the slavery our forefathers suffered at Bjork hands flows in our blood. I understand. I'll keep my distance. Very well. Let's go. Alright. Woo! Slavery! Which, please don't take that out of context. Please. Please. Anyway. So we put this guy right here, and this dealy bobber goes there, and we're finished. Packing, huh? Want some help? Do I want some... You're a hoot, handsome. I'm already done. You're more skillful at this than I would have imagined. Or is it that Mist is woefully inept? The Benyon Pegasus Knights were always moving around, so I learned to pack pretty... Jesus! Pack pretty quickly, I think? They used to train us on it all the time. Go here, pack this, fun stuff. Is that so? I can see that you have a strong sense of duty. Quitting the Benyon Pegasus Knights to join us must seem... What are you saying? I'm a burden now? No. I'm very grateful you're here. As I told you before, we're short on personnel. Oh, good then, and I'm happy to be here. Say, Ike, you don't need to worry about me quitting the Benyon service. My decision wasn't based solely on my desire to repay you. You had other reasons. Yes, I'm also searching for my missing brother. He may be a dolt and a scoundrel, but he's all the family I have in this world. Remember when you found me, when we were fighting the pirates? Well, I was trying to track him down. But every time I go looking for him, I end up in some dangerous situation with ugly boat monkeys trying to kill me. Heh, so that's why you decided to join us, is it? I can understand that. So, are you sorry you asked? Not at all. The important thing is finding your brother as quickly as possible, right? That's the plan. And lastly, we got Leif. You seem depressed. Look at who I'm trapped with. Of course I'm depressed. Keep your worthless observations to yourself. All of you are so slow. Can't believe you're still not ready. Oh, sorry. If we were like you and we didn't carry anything, it would be a little easier, but we have weapons and things to get ready. Weapons of steel are a human weakness. Without them, you cannot fight properly. But, Leif, you're carrying a dagger, aren't you? In the scabbard on your leg? This is not for fighting. Then what's it for? Use it to remove small bones from meat. You can also cut fruit into bite-sized pieces. It's proven quite useful. What? If you've got something to say, spit it out. You despise Bjork, but you don't mind Bjork-crafted tools. If something's good, it's good. Denying something's obvious worth out of petty spite is foolish. It's not that I do not despise everything, Bjork. If every Bjork could get along with us as well as you do, I'm certain. Leif? This is a ridiculous conversation. I'm leaving now. Okay. Alright, so there's those. We have some support thingies now that we can do. And by some support thingies, I mean exactly two. Hey, Ike Training? Yeah, you too, huh? Hey, do you want to spar? I learn a lot when we team up. Really? I'm glad to hear that. Thought you no longer needed my lessons. What are you talking about? You're the one who put the finishing touches on what swordsmanship I inherited from my father. I'm honored to hear you say so. I mean it. But the talent you inherited from your father is one of a kind. I want you to cherish it. Huh? Hey, Titania, where'd you meet my father? Used to be a Jesus! Okay! Used to be a Crimean knight, right? That's right. But it's a long story and we need to train. Get ready. Focus. Fine. I'm sorry, If I wasn't already as far in as I was, I would just start this over, but... Quit butchering your English, boy. Alright, Mist and Rolf. Maybe this one will go better. Rolf! Oh, there you are. Mist, were you looking for me? Yes, I've been meaning to talk to you. We haven't had a chance to talk since that day we fought for the first time. I'm glad you're safe. Somehow we're both still alive. Yes, we've been so lucky. My heart was pounding and my hands were shaking so badly that I almost shot an arrow into Boyd's backside. Good thing you didn't, or he would have given you a smacking. I was so scared. I heard yelling, screaming, most awful howls of agony. I felt dizzy and sick. I wasn't scared at all. Maybe I was a little nervous, but by the end I was almost hitting my targets. Yeah, almost. You weren't even a little scared? No way, I can't wait for the next battle. I'll fight better next time. You'll see. I'll feather a horde of slobbering enemies. See you later, Mist. I've got to go practice. Oh, Rolf. God, he's dark, isn't he? Wonder where he got that from. Alright, let's take a quick look over our items here. I think we need... yeah, we need to do that. Does everybody else have one that they need? You need one. You're covered, you're covered. I'm actually going to put the arm scroll in the convoy. Everybody's weaponry looks pretty solid so far. I do, however, want to give Rolf the iron bow, just so he has another option. Everybody else, though, is looking alright. Except Soren. And we can afford to buy him a thing now. It's gonna have to be thunder magic, but that's better than nothing. Let's see. Actually, can we forge weight magic here? Oh, we can. Okay. Let's just... I didn't mean to do that. Oh god, that gets expensive really fast. Let's up it by 1, just for the sake of having it. And we don't need to change the name, we can give that to him, so there's that. Oh, that's right, we can only forge one thing. Okay, I had forgotten about that, to be honest, but now I remember. We should be okay. And with that, do we want to award any experience to anybody? We need to give Miss some. Let's get her a level or 2. Strength, magic, skill, speed, luck. That was solid. And we can do one more because it's actually less than 100 experience. I don't want to just funnel it all into the same people every time, but if we're going to even try to use her, then we need to do that. And that wasn't a very good level up the second time, but that's how it is sometimes. Let's see, who else might we do here? Let's give Marcia one. Just to try to get her moving in the right direction to help out. HP, nice. That was a solid level right there. Do we have anything that we can do with skills? We still don't have any skills to assign. So Mordecai comes with Smite, which it's shove, but you can push them 2 units. Everything else I think I've talked about at some point before. So with that, I'm going to check something real quick. And then we're going to head out into battle. Whoa, it's Ike! After his father's death places the mantle of leadership on his young shoulders, Ike agrees to continue as Alincia's escort. That's a big-ass country. The company heads now for the Benyon Empire, the oldest and largest nation on the continent of Tellius. As Crimea is a former fiefdom, I think is how you say that, of Benyon, the princess turns to them for... Jesus, what... Much as a scared child returns to a parent. I can't read. Many in Tellius believe that without Benyon's might and influence, Crimea's reconstruction will be nigh impossible. However, Benyon and Gallia have no diplomatic ties and are further separated by an impassable mountain range. So the company is forced to return to Crimea, where they hope to locate a ship to carry them to Benyon. Accompanied by Ranulf, the warrior who has volunteered to guide them, the company leaves Castle Gallia behind. With heavy hearts and wounded spirits, they begin the long march back to Crimea. Yep. Hey Ike, hold up a moment. You know, I was thinking, since this castle is on the way, we should probably stop by. Really? Why? Is there something special about this place? Why, yes, there is. This is Cantia's castle. Daeon seized it early on in the war. Now it serves as a camp for prisoners. I've even heard there are a number of Crimean retainers being held captive in the dungeon beneath the castle. What? Are you certain? Princess, I'm hurt. Of course my information is reliable. If we can rescue some Crimean soldiers, they might decide to join us. That would be quite a boon, would it not? Yes, it would. I think it's worth the risk. Inside Cantius Castle. Let's see, so there's a treasure chest up there. There's some dudes in the bottom right. And then there's all of us. And there's a ton of treasure chests in the top left. The question now is, how do you open these cells and free the prisoners? The cells are certain to be locked, so in order to open them, logic would dictate that the keys will be in the possession of the jailer. We've no choice but to steal them. If we're lucky, the guards will have keys as well. In either case, we must move with caution. We don't want to trade blows with the entire castle garrison. Which means we stay close to the walls and avoid being seen or heard, right? Alright then, our first priority is to get our hands on the cell keys. Hey, you there! I have business with Sir Grail. Where is he? You're sorely lacking in social etiquette, aren't you? State your business. I'll speak with Sir Grail and Sir Grail alone. Now take me to him. What you ask is impossible. Commander Grail is dead. Well, that is a problem. Just who are you, anyway? Call me Volk. Sir Grail hired me. I'm in intelligence. My father hired you. You are Sir Grail's son, correct? You'll do. Sir Grail hired me to investigate something. You pay my price and I'll give you my report. Deal? How much? 50,000. That's a bit steep. And worth every penny. I don't have that much. Give me some time. So, you're willing to pay? My father hired you. He must have had a good reason. Are you sure, Commander? We have no way of knowing if he's telling the truth. We'll know when we see the contents of that report. Until then, let's have him travel with us. So that's your plan, eh? Listen, you get the report when I get paid, and I'm not waiting around until then. I'll keep my information for the time being. Call me when you've got the gold. Stop in any Jesus! It was going so well for a minute, and then I forgot how to read again. Stop into any tavern along your way. Tell the barkeep you'll have... Tell the barkeep you need of a fireman. You'll see me within an hour. Hold a moment. Intelligence. You said you were in intelligence, right? Is information the only thing you sell? Come out with it. What are you asking? Locks. Can you open locks? Sure. 50 gold per lock. Going to have him open the cell doors. Is that wise? We've only just met him. There's no telling if we can trust him. Yes! Volk, will you help us break into these cells? As long as I get paid, I've got no complaint. Titania, objections? I told you before, didn't I? You're the commander. You decide on a course of action, I will but follow. So we got Volk. Righto, I'm off. Good luck and all that. Wait. What? Wait? You're not going to help us here? Much as I would like to, I have a job to do. I will rejoin you when I'm finished. I see. Well, good luck to you then. Yes, and to you as well. Alright. Choose units. So we got Leif, Mordecai, and Volk are all available. Let's see. How do we want to handle who else we bring? Ooh, this is a tough one actually, because we only get 9 units. And that is not a lot. So I'm thinking we bring Mist, because she's going to be more useful long-term than Reese for what I'm trying to do. And this is kind of a map where it's hard to bring 2 healers. Let me look at one other thing. So these people are all relatively low level. Now there will be a lot more that come out should we provoke them. But what I'm gonna try to do actually is I'm gonna try to get away without using Titania for this mission, and then go from there. As for the rest of the strategy, we're going to want Boyd and Oscar leading the way with everybody else coming in kind of behind him. We might want to put Ike in front at some point. Now, as for our new units, I'm not planning on doing this chapter all in one recording session, so I'm not spacing it out by like a week and a half at a time for me. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do the first, let's see, probably the first turn or two of combat in this episode, and then I'm going to stop the episode there. And then when we come back next time, we'll continue working from where we stop. And then at the beginning of that episode, I'll go over Volk, Leif, and Mordecai as characters now that we've recruited them, even though we're only using one of them this chapter. So with that said, we're actually going to go ahead and jump straight in here. So let's go ahead and start the fight. So, of note, there are these other units, the green units. All of them are named, and they're all in cells. None of them have any items or anything on hand, but they're around. We'll discuss that further at a later point. For now, all that matters is that we need to try to bust them loose. Now this particular individual down here is in such a place that we can fight him once we come through here. Look out! We're under attack! Commander Danimil, the castle breaches... the castle defenses have been breached. What are your orders, sir? Unfortunate timing. We are starting to run low on prisoners. Do try to capture them alive. I won't have you robbing me of my fun. As you command, sir. And now a bunch more people come out. Both from in front of us and from... Oh, crap. They come from behind us. We've been spotted. There's nothing left to do but fight. And since they come from behind us before they moved, we're about to have 2 deaths here. So that's my fault for not following the advice given to me, which was don't provoke them. Hey, Mist survived the first hit. Survive that one. Mist, get away from there now. Withdraw. We've seen this already. Big dumb. And because that wasn't bad enough... Ow. Hey, Ileana's alive. Alright. We'll go ahead and just go through this. Sephiroth. Oh, he just doesn't say anything. Oh, okay. Brahm. Tell me something, will you? What's gonna happen to us? Those Daean soldiers took my friends away. They didn't never come back. What do they do to them? Oh, something bad happened. I just know it. Quiet fool. Keep your cowardly mutterings to yourself. Matters not what vile torture they devise. True knight of Crimea is bold, steadfast, and strong. I care not if they pull out my nails with tongs or insert pins into the soft... Oh. Stop it! Can't bear torture. I'm not a professional soldier, I'm just part of the militia. Can't believe I left my family behind for this. Will I ever see them again? Oh, I want to go home. Curses. If only I had a weapon of some sort. Help will come. I will not give up. Unfortunately, we're coming without a healer, except we're not, because we're going to start over next time. So, that was a pathetic start to the fight here, because I'm not very good at this game, apparently. But, it's happened before, it'll happen again. So, I'm going to go ahead and suspend this, and we'll restart it next time. Thanks everybody for watching. See you then.